This is Nutrendo 2 here, and we're going to talk about the new Super Fire Brothers Plush movie 3. And today, why we're going to talk about it is because there are still a lot of Plush movies on my channel with scenes that are showing the past that are not explained good enough. And if the Fire Brothers does not continue to serve as prequels to those films not listing right now. This is for right now. The new Super Luigi Plush movie has a scene. That's a movie that was made by me 2 years ago. It shows the past, but does not explain it good enough. Wow. That does not surprise me. That does not surprise me. How does it not surprise you, Mario? Like, seriously? Well, the reason it doesn't surprise me is because this was not the only film that kind of had this issue with those scenes. The new Super Mario Plush movie is definitely another one of those examples. Like I know what you're thinking. Oh, great! We're gonna start talking about the first adventure, aren't we? Yes, we're gonna start talking about the first, me and Fire Mario's first adventure, because that was not explained good enough in the new Super Mario Plush movie. That is why the new Super Fire Brothers 2 is coming out. It is going to show you. It is going to show you the past. What's happened in the past. And you're gonna be like, oh, so but didn't the new Super Fire Brothers Plush movie 1 already do that? Let me explain the purpose of the Fire Brothers 1 real quick. The purpose of the Fire Brothers and the new Super Fire Brothers 1 was to introduce the Fire Brothers. The Fire Brothers 1 does not even talk about their first adventure. It introduces the Fire Brothers right at the beginning of the Plush movie. That's what it does. But it does show me meeting him. That's what made this film special. The film does not rush anything, but rather just takes stuff very slow. And if this was the first film, a prequel to the new Super Mario Plush movie, that's not leading up to it, then where's the second movie? The second movie is going to release in 5 years, guys. It's going to release on January 5th, 2030. And man, let me tell you, none of us even thought that the Fire Brothers 1 could possibly have one problem. One problem. But guess what? It did. The problem, yeah, you guessed it. It was absolutely the resolution. Because why is the film only running at 480p And that's not saying that it should have higher resolution, but seriously, 720p resolution would have been a little better, especially if it had the 60 frames per second. But no, it just ran at 480p. That's not saying that it should have had higher resolution. It's just a little bit of an issue because there are points in the film where you can kind of just notice some blurriness because of how low the resolution is. That's not me saying that it is completely unacceptable. No, it is me saying and asking why did it have to be like that? But even with 1080p resolution, there would still be parts that still appear to be blurry. But the Fire Brothers 2 is 1080p resolution. Even though we literally told you but this is now just a possibility. The 60 frames per second are now just a possibility. And it is now more likely to be 1080p resolution. There will be more posters of the Fire Brothers 3. The Fire Brothers Plush movie 3. You know, and why? Because one poster might look better than another, but I get it, that's not the point. But wait, well, what if it is the point? Mario, you're not talking about Mario. When you talk about posters, you're not talking about the resolution. Oh, let me take over. He's gonna make this thing. He's gonna make multiple posters, and there's gonna be different versions. And this doesn't really point to what the resolution itself will be. But you will have choices. And you can vote. We want you to vote. What poster do you want? What poster will you vote for? What Fire Brothers 3 poster will you vote for? And if you're wondering, no, the poster won't be on YouTube, guys. The poster will be on X. But if you haven't looked, but if you haven't gone onto YouTube, onto my channel, and tap for more information, and you should do that because when you tap on an information, it'll pretty much show you my other links, and the other apps I use. And X is definitely one of them, which is basically just Twitter, because oh wait, didn't that app get banned? I don't. No, no, it did not get banned. Not necessarily. The Twitter app did not necessarily get banned. But they definitely changed their name. So how do you know if it's Twitter? How do you even know if it's Twitter? Because everything on X is the same as Twitter. Most of the stuff on X is the same as Twitter. Yeah, you have a point there. Okay, so the new Super Fire Brothers Plush BB3 will likely be a prequel to the new Super Luigi Plush movie. And this will explain things that were not explained good enough in the new Super Luigi Plush movie 2. And I'm talking about those scenes that kind of show you the past that are not getting explained good enough. So, but you never know. The new Super Fire Brothers Plush BB3 could also still end up being just end up not being a prequel at all. But now with the consideration, it might be time to change my choice. It just might be time for me to change my choice now, because there are still some Plush movies that show you the past, but don't explain it good enough. And the new Super Luigi Plush movie is definitely one of them. New Super Luigi Plush movie will probably need a prequel to have all the information explained. Because if it doesn't, then I don't know what's. Man, what's going on? This guy. Oh, we were just talking. Oh, so Luigi, we were talking about why the Fire Brothers 3 should probably stick. Why the Fire Brothers series should probably stick to being a prequel. For now, just for now. Because the new Super Luigi Plush movie definitely has some scenes that show the past that are not explained good enough. So wait, does that mean that there's more story to tell? Yes, exactly. That's you are exactly right. There is more story to tell. There is more. There is more. There is more that needs to be known. Like seriously, I can. I can. I cannot be honest enough about. I cannot be honest enough that the new Super Bowl Plush movie has a scene that doesn't explain the past good enough. But this is. Oh, but guess what? It's unfortunately gonna. Oh, go ahead and tell him, Wario. I don't want to tell him. Go ahead and tell him. I heard what you said. You want to tell him? Sure, I'll tell him. Unfortunately, with more plush movies like the new Super Mario plush movie 2. Keep going. It might, it could, it potentially has some chances of having scenes that show the past. That probably shows some glimpses of the past, but probably won't get explained good enough. And there you go. And that's why the Fire Brothers should stick to being prequels for right now. Because there are too many scenes and too many of our plush movies, in my plush movies I'm talking about, that have scenes that are showing you the past, but don't explain them good enough. So what? Fire Brothers should really stick to just giving us prequels right now. And I really hope that it does. I'm really hopeful that it does, because there are just too many scenes that do not explain the past good enough. In so many plush movies. So many scenes, so many plush movies that are not explained. Oh, wait a minute. I know what you're talking about. And this is a special too for my plush movie. The new Super Luigi plush movie. Yeah, and it does claim to show Winnie. Yeah, but it doesn't show it good enough though. Sean, you know, it kind of shows us, but it doesn't talk about what led to it. Like how Winnie wanted to become. So what would that mean? It would mean that the Fire Brothers 3 has a completely different villain. Not Winnie. And there'd be something showing that he just wants that he indeed wants to be a hero, but can't because he's too insane. Which the word insane is definitely blocked on my channel. Yeah, don't even ask why, because you know why. Alright. So that's the explanation. So there you go. We have talked about the new Super Fire Brothers plush we begin yet again because we pretty much had to. Because possible changes had to be addressed. Unfortunately, because of the scenes that show you the past, but don't explain them good enough. But prequels don't answer a lot of questions. See that? See, there's where you're losing it, Wario, because prequels do explain a lot of things. How could you say that they don't explain a lot of things? They really don't. Come over here. Closer. Prequels don't explain a lot of things. I hate to break it to you guys, but that is unfortunately not true. Prequels do explain a lot of things. Prequels explain what happened before. They really do. And that definitely explains a lot because not only not only are you getting to know the before story, but you're also getting to see it from their past experience. From the character's past experience, Mario. Oh yeah, from the character's past experience. Kind of like me and Fire Mario, for example. Except the only example I'm going to use is the example from the trailer. Because, yeah. Wait, so prequels explain a lot of things? Wario, get over here. Come on, get over here. I want to explain to you what prequels are. Okay, so you're gonna. I know I basically just explained what prequels are a few minutes ago, but I'm going to explain again so Wario understands. Because he really does not understand. Because he currently just made a false claim saying that prequels don't explain a lot of things, when really they do. Because they explain what happened in the past, not what's in the present. Okay, so Wario, prequels do explain a lot of things. The Fire Brothers gives you pretty much a bunch, and I mean a bunch of information. And you know what? And guess what? When the Fire Bros 2 comes, guess what? 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 There'll be even more information. Yeah, that's right. More information. Yeah, that's why most of my Plush movies need prequels. So, yeah. The Fire Brothers 3, even, which I literally considered to not be a prequel in the past, but is now very likely to be a prequel now. We need it. We need the Fire Brothers 3 to be a prequel. Because why do we want to be a hero? We don't know why. Because the movie does not explain that. Hold on. I have to look in deeper. I have to look in deeper, guys. See what else. Let's see what else he did. Wasn't there a film before that called Mickey? I guess so. But that one, that became a villain that became a hero. That might have been Mickey though. In the new Super Bowl Plush movie, probably. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if Mickey was the villain that became a hero though. And I don't even know if this part was even mentioned in the new Super Bowl Plush movie. But I did know it was mentioned in one of the Plush movies. Yeah, one of the new Super Plush movies. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think it was the new Super Bowl Plush movie, but I'll have to double check before being 100% sure on that. Neutral. Alright. This is new trend. Alright. If you like. Yeah. Oh, hold on. You guys can't see me right now. It's totally dark. I had to go in further. A little further. Oh, maybe under that light will do. Oh yeah, we got plenty of light now. Okay, so if you like today's video, then do me a favor. A huge percentage of you right now are not yet subscribed. So do me a favor, you go ahead and subscribe. And for those of you watching who are not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to push the notification bell too, so you never miss a video from me. Also, if you like today's video, then give it a like.